Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. In today's video, Momcozy has sent us this auto bottle washer for us to review. They also sent us a discount code. You can check out the link in the description below. The discount code is NPT24 NPT. And now let me unbox this. Surprisingly enough, everything is we're in this packaging. So once you take it out, there's pretty much nothing else inside the box anymore. Let's get it out the packaging here. One tape on the side. Make that two tapes. This is the back end. Oh, there are tapes on here too. Power cable, drainage tube, detergent tablets, total of 60 tablets in here, user manual. And let me go read up the instruction and try it out. Let's talk about the setup. I'm gonna start with the back first. This is the water reservoir where you can fill the water. They have a minimum and max line. For the power cord, it goes right in here. For the hose, now there's two openings. One with a curve is the only one that we're able to fit in here. So when you are trying to push this in, like the other end here, like if it doesn't go in, don't force it because it's not supposed to go in. So now with this end, it goes in very securely and won't come loose. And they also provide you with two suction cups to attach to your sink as well. Right now, let me show you how to disassemble and assemble the parts inside of the machine. This is the accessory tray. There's not much to it. Here's the bottom portion. Typically, you don't need to disassemble the whole thing unless there are some chunks in there or get really dirty that you need to wipe it down underneath. Then you might have to do that. Normally, what you need to do is probably remove pacifier holder or the bottle holder. Now the way that you remove it is quite simple. See this this portion is very visible. What you need to do is just press it down and then pull up, and that's how you're going to remove it. The same goes with the pacifier holder. Now where you're going to press is on the side. Let me get one out and show it to you. So it's on the side here. So how you're gonna remove this whole entire thing is as follows. The top portion here, this one, the spreader has to come out. So what you need to do, hold down the bottom portion and just pull straight up. This will come out. Now I don't think you need to remove enclosure here. When you push it back, make sure that this line up so that it goes in straight down. Anyway, that's removed. Now, the way that you're going to remove this entire tray, there's a little piece here. Let me just show it to you real quick. I kept this loose, and there's a reason why I kept it loose for now, is to show you. Now, this little clip or clamp here, while it's inside the tubing here, you're supposed to pry this toward the outside and then pull this straight up. Next, just pull this up, and there's a little piece of filter here. You just twist and it comes right out. Now to put everything back in, first make sure that you put the filter inside, twist, and make sure that it won't come loose. And then the sprayer, make sure the openings is a upside and the downside. Upside is a bunch of holes where it's going to spray upward. So make sure that you keep that upward. Now the way that you put the tray back in, make sure this opening here is toward the back end here. This is where all the fresh water going to come through. Let's do this opening here and it's come straight into the spreader and spray upward. And push all the way down and you will either hear or feel the click. That's when the clamp here clamp down onto the tube bottom there. And also when you try to pull up, it's not gonna come up. And next is the top portion here. Make sure it's lined up so it will fit through, and just push it down. And then the accessory tray. Now it's time for me to run some tests. Now before I'm gonna start with that, let me just mention a couple of things. One, make sure that reservoir is filled, at least to the minimum. So I fill it to the max and see how much the water gonna drain out after I done using this. And also make sure that your wastewater tube is either connected to the sink or to a bucket to collect all the dirty water. Because this machine does not have a dirty water reservoir. Now the test I'm gonna do is to test out how well this machine will clean bottles. The main reason why people wanted to buy this machine is to save time, because they want the machine to wash the bottles, sanitize and dry. Now if the machine cannot wash properly, then basically it would not make any sense to purchase them. So therefore, I'm gonna test out this. Now I mark here old and new. Old, it just means that this bottle was originally filled with fresh milk and then it's being used, and now I just let it sit outside for it dry, so it has like milk residue, and see how well the machine can clean. New is just a control that I'm going to use for this experiment, because the milk here is still brand new. I just freshly made this bottle, and so it should, by all account, clean this really well. So I have here the old and the new. I'm gonna test this out. And also I have two short bottles, might as well just throw in there. It should not make any difference whatsoever, but this machine can hold 4 bottles, so I'm gonna fill it to the maximum amount. And also to make sure that it can hold all the accessory that it comes with the 4 bottles. Now let's start with the small one. Now there is a sprayer. Make sure that your bottle is put it right on top of it. You will get the maximum washing out of this machine. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure if it can properly wash. The nipple, you can put it in the nipple holder bracket here. Based on the manual instruction, it did not mention anything for pre-wash. I'm just gonna put it in as it is. I do want to mention this part. Now this particular accessory in the Dr. Brown, if you have one of this, I strongly suggest you to pre-wash this before you put it in there, because all the water is shooting upward. It doesn't go sideways. So therefore, like this, I'm pretty sure the water can get into. But like on the side, this opening here, I just don't think the water can get inside to wash it properly. So therefore, I'm gonna pre-wash this off camera and then put it in there as well. As far as for this new bottle, the milk, I'm gonna dump it into the sink before I put it in there, because there's no point to pour this all inside here, because the milk will just like come out of the waste tube anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna do that off camera and put everything inside here. As you can see here, all the bottles are fitting inside, a total of 4 bottles and all the accessories that come with it. Before I'm gonna close the lid, FYI, you need to drop a tablet, a detergent tablet inside. Doesn't say where, so I'm just gonna drop it in like so. I'm gonna close the lid here, turn this thing on. Now they do have rapid wash, normal wash, steam, and storage. Now I have done a run prior and I have the storage selected, and that will take about 2.5 hours. So basically what it does is just like have the fan run through to make sure everything is bone dry and it's good for storage. So now typical usage, you will not need to run that. Today I'm going to show you the amount of time it will take for this machine to run a normal wash with sterilizing and drying. See how long that will take. So I have a timer here. Now what I'm going to select for this testing is for normal and steam, no storage, and see how long this will take. So anyway, let me get started. We're here, start. It took just over 1 minute and 10 seconds before this machine actually started washing inside. So you can see it's now doing the cycle number 1. Alright, at about 15 minutes and 10 seconds or so, the first cycle has now finished. And the water is draining through the pipe currently. Right now it's starting the second cycle of washing. Alright, so now the second cycle has finished. Alright, so now it's starting the third cycle at 22, almost 23 minutes mark. So the third cycle has started. Alright, so third wash has now finished at about 31 minutes, 40 seconds or so. Now the water is draining. Okay, so now it's going to start doing the 10 minutes of sterilizing. Now the sterilizing has finished. Now it's on to the drying portion. Going to be 60 minutes. Alright, so the whole process from start to finish took 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 4 seconds. So on paper, it's supposed to take 99 minutes. This is the normal washing takes 29 minutes, and then sterilizing takes 10, that's 39 minutes, and plus 60 minutes of drying. So technically, it's supposed to take 99 minutes, but in reality, it took 1 hour and 43 minutes. On the account that wherever the machine is either draining the water or storing the water to prepare for a wash, that amount of time is not taken into consideration, nor was the time that it prepped for sterilizing. So all in all, this is the amount of time you should expect from doing the normal washing with sterilizing and drying. Let's see how's everything inside. Are they clean? Because that's the main focus of this testing. Now, so far so good. Everything seems to be bone dry here, so that's a good sign. All right, let's see. So my main focus are these two, the new bottle and the old bottle. So far so good. Yeah, like it looks very clean from the inside, and yeah, there's no milk residue left. So yep, it works really well. And I would say like everything else, like bone dry, the nipples dry. Oh, spoke too soon. All right, so there are some water left over from the condensation. Okay, so you know, like the top of or the bottom of the bottle usually is curved, so it could store some water here. And since the bottle is like upside down, but inside is bone dry, so just top there might be some water residue. Yeah, everything is dry. Yeah, it works really well in terms of washing bottles and drying them and sterilizing them. Alright, lastly, let's talk about the likes and dislikes. The like is obviously for any parents who have dealt with infant before, especially at nighttime, after you have done feeding a baby, you're extremely tired, you just want to put the bottle away and deal with it later. Now with this machine, you can deal with it right there and then. To put the bottle inside and let it wash the next day, the bottles are ready to be used. And secondly, this machine not only able to do washing, also able to do sterilizing and drying. It's like multiple machine into one. Technically, you just need to buy one instead of multiple ones, and you will get the job done. Downside with this, obviously, it took really long time, over 1 hour and 40 minutes. As you can imagine, regular sterilizer and dryer takes usually less than 1 hour, about 45 to 55 minutes or so. That's the average I have seen. If that's the case, all you need to do is just wash your bottle really quick and put it in there and take less time for that to be all finished with your hand washing than it is to use this machine. I see that as the biggest downfall with this type of machine. Secondly, for this machine, you need to connect the tube into either a bucket or to a sink. It does not have a wastewater reservoir. This cannot be placed anywhere as you please. It has to be close to some kind of drainage system. So this is my review of the Momcozy Auto Bottle Washer. If you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.